Hey, y'all. We back.
Hello.
We didn't take a break from here this week. Wanted to kind of keep things rolling. Consistency.
It's
Um,
the key.
but we are going to our main topic tonight is going to be about manifest. When I tell you,
It took you long enough.
first of all, the roller coaster ride that I was taking on, I'm highly upset at how it ended. I'm super pissed about that. I don't understand. Somebody need to
And
make.
knowing that there's not going to be another season.
I am so mad. Well, I don't think they knew. I don't believe that they knew.
Right. I'm just
I think
saying.
that they
I'm
had
just
a
saying for
no.
us now, knowing that it's going to be
Yes,
another
there ain't gonna be
season.
no another season. The boy that came back in the right age,
I,
houseway.
I was like, what?
I was upset. Okay, but we're gonna get to that a little later on
Mm-hmm.
in the podcast episode. But manifest is what we're focusing on tonight. A lot of twists and turns, a lot of ups and downs with that show. Netflix decided not to pick it up, although it's been in the top 10 for the last I don't know how many weeks now. And Netflix, they're not gonna pick it up. Another show that was in the top 10, I'm gonna mention is LA Finest, starring Gabrielle Union and Jessica Alba. Very good show. It was supposed to be a spinoff of Bad Boys. It followed Sydney Burnett. I think that was Marcus Burnett's sister,
Mm-hmm.
Martin's character, sister. So it followed her with the spinoff. I thought it was on Fox, but it was not. It was on another station, and they didn't continue it because, of course, COVID and things that took place during COVID. They had to shut it down. They decided not to bring it back. It was a little expensive to shoot, um, but Netflix also was not trying to pick it on up either. So they left off at a cliffhanger as well, from what I've seen. So it's a lot of shows like that. A lot of people are holding out hope that Netflix will pick it up, and Netflix is not touching some of these shows with a 10-foot pole. Not necessarily sure why, but they said no. They have enough on their plate. But we are going to talk about manifest. So let's move it along and get started. Run the world. Oh my God, this episode was like, oh, I loved it.
I forgot to watch it. Don't get mad,
Are
but
you
go
kidding
ahead.
me?
Girl, don't get mad because I was gone most of the day. And then when I came home, I crashed.
Oh my God. Okay. So
Okay, go ahead. You can tell me what happened. I
I
was
am.
still watching.
Got you. Okay. So run the world this week. My girl Ella got invited to a listening party. One of her homegirls reps a band that they went to go to the listening party to listen to, and then she reps like this big actor, or the guy who was playing the big actor, because we didn't know who the actor was. Well, the actor was, all about his wife, showing pictures of his pregnant wife. You ain't got long, and then Ella walks up to go to the bathroom, and she hears a couple in the bathroom, like the women's bathroom is locked, and she hears the couple going at it in the bathroom. And so she's laughing and giggling until she see who comes out. It's the actor that her homegirl reps. So she's met with the dilemma. Do she post the story? Because, of course, remember, Ella writes for a scandalous, kind of like TMZ-ish website.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's questioning whether or not she should indeed post a story. Of course, her boss says post it and post it under something else. So she said, my friend's gonna know that I did it. And she was like, so what? So Ella posts a story. She has a little fight with her little boo thing. I don't know what to call him. Sexual partner, friend, boyfriend, homie little friend, dude that broke her heart. They end up having a fight because he kind of didn't feel like she should have posted the story. But she was like, that's my job. You talking about my job. And it bothered her all the way up till they were having sex. And while they were having sex, she mentions, so you really didn't think I should have posted that story? And he was like, wait a minute, hold on. I don't care who the dude is messing with our situation. They get into an argument, she pulls him out. Then Sunday has not, they're kind of dealing with some things. They're working through them. I don't see the demise of the relationship just yet. She still has her apartment, FYI. I just want to put that out there right now. She did not tell her man that
that she kept her apartment.
She kept it.
Which she should have done.
Well, he encouraged her. She's still kind of feeling through advisors, people she want to work with, and he's advising her to work with the lady who, of course, accused her of, as we talked about previously, fucking up. So she was like, I don't know, because she was throwing shade, and they went on, and they went through their thing. Well, she insinuated that, you slept with another student. Well, he was like, well, she's my friend. She's a longtime colleague. She's just, no, not her. He was saying that the woman who was making the accusations, the other professor, well, he was just saying that she's protective. It was a rumor that, was going around because one of the students was a little flirty. And of course, look at him. He's fine. So, yeah, I'm sure the students was throwing things at him, panties and whatnot. So with that being said, since that's what was going on and what was happening and taking place, then, he kind of explained it to her. So she kind of got out of her head a little bit. But then, she sits down and talks to the professor. She and the professor kind of come to an understanding, and she's saying that maybe she's telling her that she would consider working with her if she changes her scope of her dissertation that she's working on. So she said, okay, give me a 15-page paper, bring it back to me so I can, feel it to see whether or not we're going to be good to work together. Okay, cool. Dope. I'm going to do this. So she's at home working on it. She has 3 days to do it. Keep in mind, somebody's getting ready to have that bachelorette party, and I'm going to get to that in a minute. So she's at home, and she's left at home with her guy's daughter. And she draw a picture. She said, well, I really need to get this work done. Draw another picture. Well, I want you to draw a picture with me. Can we go get some ice cream? Can we go do this? Can we go do that? She's like, oh my God, where's your dad? So they leave. They go to get ice cream or something to drink. I can't remember which one it was. And they leave to go get something to drink. And as they're walking, they see Boo Thang in the restaurant having him some me time. And so
she was hot.
Oh, I would have been hot too, because guess what? I didn't birth this baby. I'm here with you to help, but I did not birth this baby. This is your child, okay? You need to come home when you say you come home, because I have things to do.
Do you not know I have to redo a paper?
Right. So he apologizes, and then she goes on about how unappreciated she feels because he hasn't washed dishes. She hasn't done laundry. She's been doing laundry, washing the dishes, doing the whole nine. And she's like, I'm doing married things, and I'm not married. I appreciate everything that you've done for us, blah, blah, blah. Oh, let me mention this, the brown ballet shoes. Remember he was pissed off about those brown ballet shoes in that first episode? They went to go see a ballet, and they saw black ballerina or black ballet dancers in brown ballet shoes.
And what did he say?
Oh, it wasn't nothing he could say, because the little girl reckoned, oh, look, they got the shoes you got me. She was like, and she looked at him, and he couldn't say anything. That was that on that. So we find out she has her apartment, and I'm gonna go to that in just a moment. Renee is trying to get out, and she tried to convince Ella to take her to the listening party. That didn't work out. Because Renee is at home eating dinner, so she decides to hang out with her white coworker. They hanging out, they doing whatever. It's funny, it's hilarious. I cannot think of that white girl's name to save my life. She is super funny in everything that she plays in. When I think of her name, it's gonna come to me. But she's so funny. So Renee ends up running into an old classmate who is in a VP of something, sales and marketing or something for L'Oreal.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking, they have a drink and they're talking, and she sets up a pitch to L'Oreal through her advertising agency that she works with. And she's a director, but she's gunning for the VP position.
Mm-hmm.
The friend was like, yeah, no problem. Let me talk to my higher ups and let me see, because she's pitched this idea to her over drinks. And she's like, we can do this. I can do it. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Renee brings it before the people at work and they give her a little pat on the back, but they decide to have the white man, one of the white boys on the team, be the point and of the pitch. And she was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I brought them here. I've been with y'all for so many years. Like, she's do this whole speech. And I don't understand why. Well, we just think that it's better for us to go in this direction with the young white boy. Who, first of all, why would you have a man go and pitch a makeup company? Why? Why would you do that? That doesn't make sense.
Is he a gay man?
No.
Is he a feminine man?
No.
Okay, then they're wrong.
Opie, college. I was in the frat house. White boy. So no, he doesn't look like he put on makeup or anything. When you see it, you'll understand what I'm saying. So, and then on top of that, she was going to pitch for some black brands that, L'Oreal has acquired, or some, not necessarily black brands, but brands that black women frequent, because she herself is a customer. So like Urban Decay, Elf, those types of lines that we normally use because they have, shades closer to our skin tone. They have, different shades of lipstick that work for us, that sort of thing. Liners that we live by, we live for, that sort of thing. Well, Opie got the, well, I'm sure he'll let you be on the team. She said, but I brought the business in. This is unfair. So she decides to ultimately quit her job. Now, what's she going to do after this? I don't know. But I'm hoping and praying that the conversation that she had with her friend will lead to maybe her working for L'Oreal. I don't know. Meanwhile, before she has this meeting with her job, she meets up for drinks with Ella. And Ella is congratulating her on bringing that business to her job. And she's congratulating Ella on the story. And guess who she bumps into? The friend that invited her to the party, because she never called the friend to give the friend the heads up. Period. She just posted the story and didn't think anything else about it. So as a result of that,
she went off.
The friend went off because she lost her customer. You cut into my bag. So because you cut into my bag and I lost my customer, here we go. Yes. So she was like, not only that, your name is about to be mud in a lot of people's mouths in the industry. So basically, there's a cut on her bag as well. Poor baby. I need her to go back and write a book on something else, because she's not going to be able to really get into places from here on out because there was no discretion in that situation. So yeah, her homegirl is no longer her homegirl anymore, and she's not getting invited to anything else. And that could prove to be problematic for her job because she writes for a gossip column. So
but did the friend know that she writes for a gossip column?
I think the friend did know what she did.
Okay. So if the friend knew that she worked at a gossip column,
right,
she can't be too surprised that it was on the thing. And why would he fire her friend? Because she didn't know. I don't guess did the friend know? The actor, whoever, the A-lister guy know?
I don't know. I know that they were introduced, but I don't know if she introduced. I don't know if the friend introduced Ella as the gossip columnist person. You see what I'm saying?
For her to sue, no, you can't sue. You know where I work.
She's not suing her. She's going to ruin her, not sue her. She's going to ruin her name in the streets because of that. So here's the thing. Let me explain what happened. She went to a listening party. Her friend represents the band that was performing at the listening party. And then he invited his manager and Ella to the, well, actually he didn't invite Ella, he invited the manager. And she was like, well, yeah, we down. We can stay for the after party. The after party, they shut the restaurant down for the band, the actor, his manager, and Ella. So it was only like 8 people at the restaurant. And the girl called up there to meet with him to have a quickie in the bathroom. So.
And this is the one that was married to the pregnant woman?
Yeah, the actor that's married to the pregnant woman.
Oh, dang. Mm-hmm. You didn't put yourself in a situation.
He did. But here's the thing. She could have at least, I'm not mad that she posted the story because, again, like you said, the friend knew. What's going on?
I'm just looking at something. Go ahead.
Okay. The friend knew what Ella did for a living. So I'm not mad that Ella posted the story. What I'm mad at is that she did not call her friend. I agree with that. She should have called the girl and told her, hey, I'm getting ready to post this story. I'm gonna need you to, to give her a heads up so she can run interference for her client. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. There's that. And then here we go to Whitney. Whitney, and I do not know her husband's name. That's so bad. I want to call him Ola. I don't know why. The handsome African doctor, who is just adorable. They are in. They're in counseling, premarital counseling, and the pastor that is performing this premarital counseling for, I'm hoping he's not marrying them because he is goofy as I don't know what. You'll see what I'm talking about. So goofy. But he brings out some good points about them not spending time together, quality time. What I did not like that her fiance said though was he wanted her to prioritize her time on her job. Although I know he works in the ER, but it's like, I need you to stop doing what you're doing to prioritize your time for me and not any type of compromise on his end. So that was the thing that I did not like. Typically when people are in professions like that, doctors, lawyers, that sort of thing, they kind of expect the other spouse to kind of dial themselves back or dim their lights so that they can shine. So I did, that was a red flag for me. And then there was a couple other things that was brought out during that session, but the whole time she's feeling like he kind of knows that something's up, if that makes sense. He said he felt like she was a little distant. She blamed it on the wedding planning. But he knows something's up. He just doesn't know exactly what's up. So when Whitney leaves the counseling session, she meets up with Sandy because she said, I need to talk to somebody who's in an adult relationship. I guess she felt like she couldn't go to Ella. And of course, she can't go to the new divorcee, Renee, for any advice. So Sandy's the only one that's in a relationship. So she feels like, hey, let me go over here. So Sandy has her to meet her at the apartment that she was supposed to be rid of. And she said, oh, so does David know you still have your apartment? Yeah, he doesn't. Okay. She said, well, she goes and tells Sunday. Apparently, Sunday was the only one that didn't know that she slept with Community Peen. That was blowing this girl up. I feel like if you're Community Peen and that is the realm in where you live, that is kind of what you are. I don't feel like you should catch feelings. Maybe I'm wrong. If you're sticking it in everybody that slept with dude. Apparently, Ella done slept with him, Renee done slept with him, everybody done slept with dude. So why, Community Peen, do you feel like you should have feelings for this person? No, she ain't telling you she was engaged. She surely didn't. But still, you Community Peen, play your role. He showed up at this girl's birthday party. I was tripping.
You mean Ella's party?
At Ella's party, yeah.
Yeah.
So at any rate, she talking to Sunday about how she feels. And Sunday was like, you slept with him? So she's like, you're going to have to tell him. You're going to have to tell him. So she said, I mean, because her thing was, I don't want to get a divorce. Like, I don't want to hold on to this and later on this bothers me and I end up getting a divorce. But she still wants to get married because she loves him. She just had a bad call of judgment, I guess.
I would say, look, I drank too much.
Oh, you're gonna blame it on the alcohol?
Blame it on the. If you're gonna blame it on anything, blame it on the alcohol. Say, I don't know. I think this person offered me a drink. I know I shouldn't have taken it, but I think he put something in it because next thing you know, I woke up, I'm in his bed.
Oh, okay. What'd you say? Deny. When all else fails, deny. Okay. I'm with it, I guess. So
Girl.
It looks like Whitney is going to come clean and tell him. But she has him meet her at Sandy's apartment. Sandy goes to get ready for the bachelorette party. I
don't think they're going to get married.
You don't think so?
Okay,
so here's my question, real quick. Do you think that is good for college? Like, if you have a college sweetheart and like that's the only person that you've dated throughout college, do you or high school sweethearts, like, do you think that now I've seen it work, but is that really good? Is it really a healthy thing? And the reason why I say that, because that's the only person that you've dated,
and that's supposed to be part. Just listen to it. In our world sense, not that it doesn't make sense. In the biblical sense, you're only supposed to be with one person.
But see, here's the thing. How are you able? So here's my other thing in the biblical sense. And see, this is where I love the Lord. He heard my cry. Hallelujah. Amen. All right.
I love the Lord.
So, how do you know that person is the one? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you know if you've never been in a relationship with anyone else or shared any space? Right now, it's seeming like, although he checks all the right boxes, he's not the right person for her, or they're not going to work out for this reason. And it's not because she slept with the other guy. Of course, I know that's probably going to be why they don't walk down the aisle, but it's because they have underlying issues. Do you see what I'm saying? And because they are comfortable with one another, they've been together, and it's kind of reminds me of what's that song by Jagged Edge? We ain't getting no younger, girl. We might as well do this. Like,
let's get married.
I used to think. So basically, what you said to me is, because we done been together, and you feel like, since the time is ticking, we just need to go on and do it. That ain't no proposal. How is that? I think you should date. I think in your 20s you should date. I'm not saying dating does not mean you have to sleep with
them. Right. That's what I'm talking about in the sense. I'm talking about the sleeping in the sense, having the sex in the sense. I tell you, if I would tell my younger self so many things, I would still be a virgin. I would not have a child by now if I had not been married.
Oh, I'm not gonna say that I would still be a virgin. I'm not gonna.
Well, if I haven't gotten married, and stuff like that, yeah. But yeah, date around. Date. You can. It's okay to date. Oh, you know what? I realized I don't even have my light on.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, it's okay to date around. It's okay to date around. You don't have to sleep with everybody.
Right. So I'm going to go to the next slide.
Okay. While you going to that next slide, let me
go ahead.
I know you did you watch the Married at First Sight New Orleans? Have you seen that one? Okay. She's on hold. Hold on. You haven't? Okay, never mind. We talk about that later then. Okay, well, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta will premiere tonight as we speak. I think it's on now.
It is on
Oh,
while we are recording.
yes. Yeah, I wanted to tell you about if you when you watch the Married at First Sight, the New Orleans one.
One of the
Is
couples are getting ready to part ways, right?
no, they saying Bennett and that girl about to part ways. They right for each other. They're both awkwardly weird for one, and they just
No,
we
it's another couple. Maybe they weren't on New Orleans. It's another couple that they posted in the Married at First Sight group that's getting ready to separate. I'm
but
not sure
no,
which one.
but one of the couples, I forget the wife, but his name was Henry,
Mm-hmm.
and the wife was mad at him because he wasn't doing anything. He wasn't taking any initiative. He was like, take it slow. He wasn't like dude with the mustache, with Clara and what's his name, the one
Ryan?
Ryan. He wasn't a Ryan. He really wasn't a Ryan. He was a serious introvert. And his family told her, you're going to have to push that out of him.
So this is what, and here's my other question. Why, if you know you have these things that are going on with you, why go on these shows? Why are you going on a dating show?
I don't
Or
know.
Married at First Sight show? I feel like if you're an introvert like that, maybe if you're gonna do the shows, just do a regular dating show. Don't go get married.
Mary, right? And so she was just basically getting frustrated that he wasn't taking any initiative, that she had to do it and everything, to the point she was making up lies about him. And so calling him gay and all that kind of stuff. And he was
Oh,
like,
I think I
no.
remember you guys telling me about this.
And
Okay.
so and so he's now finally got a girlfriend. So way to go, Henry. All right,
Okay,
go
great.
ahead.
I'm glad he
But
got
like I was saying, yes, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is starting
it.
tonight.
Stars
I
tonight
will be
on there.
watching it tomorrow.
Well, I'm
I
watching it
am
tonight.
mad
I have
that
recorded it.
I am upset that Tokyo is not on there. In fact, on Growing Up Hip Hop, one of Stevie J's daughters, Savannah, is on there. And she's always talking about how she's making money, and they're trying to figure out how you making that money.
Oh, baby.
How you
Your
your
daddy
apartment?
making
He said
money.
your apartment $6,000 a month. How you making that money? You buying this, you buying that. It's girl. I'm like, oh. So we don't know who all is gonna be there. It looks like Rashida's still there, and I don't
Um,
even know these faces.
okay, so Yandy and Mendices have moved from New York to Atlanta.
Okay.
Erica, Minna, and Safari are still on there. I don't know who else. Carly Red is still there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Because
if Mimi
I
is.
think they're gonna show her with Lamar
They
Odom
are
for a
going to
couple
show
of
her with
times.
Lamar Odom. I do
Mm.
not know if Mimi has come back. I don't think she's coming back though. I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
if
oh yeah, yeah. She has, yeah. She's not coming back.
she's
Mimi
not.
said she was like she's too much in a happy space to be in the midst of all that drama. It be tripping me out when folks be fighting and they be showing her eating, like looking like.
So yeah, it's good. I mean, she needs to clear her space. So that's good. I'm glad of that. I'm sure Bambi and Scrap still gonna be on there. I'm almost certain that Kirk and Rashida are still there. There are gonna be some new faces, which is good. I'm glad to see the new faces and to follow some new storylines. I really wish they would get back to the music instead of
Mm-hmm.
all these crazy storylines that they have come up with and have devised. But I do not want to see Stevie J or Faith Evans. I don't. I do not want to see although she was on like one or two episodes either this past season or season before last. I can't remember because Stevie and Jocelyn were going back and forth and fighting over the custody with the baby and everything. Um, I kind of don't want to see any of that. I want to see them get back to the hustle and the grind. I do want to see what the fallout was from the pandemic and how they affected them because a lot of them had businesses. I want to see if
Mm-hmm.
Jock and Kendra actually had a wedding because at that point in time last season, Jock was getting ready to marry Kendra, the attorney, which I thought was good for him. She wanted him to have a vasectomy because she said she didn't want no kids by him. because he got enough. Because he got enough. He was like,
I don't want to be in that number.
She did not. She did not want to be. I think in some instances it's grossly irresponsible, especially if it's not by the same person or you don't have your kids on a regular basis. I feel like it's grossly irresponsible to just have kids all over the place. But I mean, whatever, job is job. So Love and Hip Hop, VH1, Monday nights back, 8/7 Central, and the encore. So again, I said I wasn't gonna watch it, but it's hilarious to me. Oh my God, it's so much drama. So first of all, there are 9 women because one of the Aubrey is not on here. Aubrey's not on this picture. So Aubrey O'Day from Danity Kane, Keely Williams from 3LW, the sisters Lamisha and Irish from 702. You got the twins from dang it, what was the name of that group?
702.
No, Felicia and Fallon were from another Cherish.
Okay.
Black, you got my girl Shamari DeVoe. And then you got Pam from 702 Total. And then you have Nivea, who was never in a group, Jesus.
Shamari said Real Housewives didn't work out for me, but this will.
Well, you know what? I like Shamari on the Real House. I actually let me say this. I like Drew Sidora. However, I feel like Shamari is a better fit for the Housewives. That's just my opinion. I feel like they should probably bring Shamari back. There are going to be some shakeups with the Housewives as well. We'll talk about that maybe in reality TV next week, because I heard it was going to be a real good old shakeup over there at the Atlanta Housewives, as it should be. There's rumors that Cynthia got fired. A lot of people are saying Cynthia has been demoted to friend of the show. I think Cynthia belongs to friend of the show. Definitely. At any rate, the encore. Super excited about this show because I love music shows. I do. Whenever they come on, I might stop and watch. My mama had me watching American. I can't watch American Idol no more. My mama call me and we'll be on the phone while American Idol is on because we do room for folks. She'll call me and say, vote for this person so they can win. We voted for this black dude, but he ended up not winning. They chose the white man instead. But at any rate, I like the music shows. I do. I really, really do.
I like The Voice.
I like The Voice. I like the Masked Singer. I have not watched an episode of The Masked Dancer, but I did. I do like shows like that. I like the competition shows because it's good to see, that good. So when I know a lot of people don't know who Aubrey O'Day is. I do because I did watch Making the Bands. I watched all of the Making the Bands, all of them. Okay. I saw when he told them girls that he was gonna get rid of that group over some crazy stuff. He could have still been making money off them girls, but I digress. At any rate, they decided to bring together all these ladies. Like I said, Aubrey's not pictured here. They decided to bring these ladies together to make an R&B supergroup. Now, typically, when you think of R&B supergroups, you think of the LSG, or
man, that was a group right there.
Right. Or when Tank and Genuine and Tyrese came together and they did. That's what you think of. You think about some singers getting together and singing. You know what I'm saying? I did not see where this would work, but they seem to be kind of getting things together. I don't think that Aubrey is going to continue on the show, though. She's already saying she's ready to go home. So here's the setup of the show. The ladies have 5 songs to record. And then at the end of the 30-day period where they are living in this mansion, that has a studio, a recording studio and a dance studio. They're able to come together and do a big performance at the end. So they're getting choreography together as well as they're working on music, writing original songs, that sort of thing. The two that are really, really pivotal in the production and the writing of the songs, because they write for other artists, are the twins, Fallon and Felicia from Cherish. Now, Cherish, the only song, I only know one song from them gals. I know they had 2 albums, but I remember the one song, okay? Their group broke up. I don't know why. I have to do a little further research into that to see why they broke up. But these girls said, our group broke up. We're not going to let this get us down. We're going to keep working. So they decided to write and produce for other artists, and they have. So they've made names for this. Nivea, let me tell y'all something. Nivea is the friend in my head because she is always cracking jokes throughout the whole. I love Nivea. If you ever watch this girl, I need a friend in you because you are hilarious. She is the only person here that has not been in a group. So all of this stuff right here is hilarious to her. It doesn't make sense. So she's cracking up and she's making jokes about everything. I love it.
I think I would be cracking up too.
It's so funny. The weakest links out of the supergroup, because of course you always got some weak ones. Keely is supposed to, hold on, let me back up. Keely ain't there to be in no supergroup. Keely said she wants to be a creative director. She has creative directed nothing. Okay, I just want to let you know. 4 episodes in and nothing has been creative directed by Keely. Okay, Aubrey came up with a concept for the group. The girls came up with the name collectively for the group. So nothing, no. She hadn't created. I don't know why she's there. I don't. The weakest links in the group as far as like dance choreography, and vocals right now, and I feel like it's just because they have not tuned they haven't been working on their craft for years, are the sisters from 702, Lamisha and Irish. And then Pam, is her voice is still the same, but she's kind of not on the dance move wave, if that makes sense. So everybody else, they still seem to have it. Dance move, vocals, why they still got it. And they're working. The only person I see working out in the house is Nivea. Nivea working out every day. She always work every time if she ain't with the folks, she working out. If she ain't in the recording studio, she working out. So this is what we have. This is what we're looking at. This is what we got, and it's a whole bunch of drama. Keely and Aubrey hate each other. Because both of them want to lead. But when Aubrey gets the opportunity to lead on this last episode, she would sleep all day. She claimed she wasn't feeling good, but she didn't tell the group that she wasn't feeling good until she was gone for the majority of the time. While they were trying to get work done. She's supposed to be in choreography rehearsal. She's supposed to be laying down vocals. One of the producers had to go and get her to wake her up so she can come and lay down some vocals. It's just a lot, So it's pretty crazy. Really, really crazy. So it's funny. I like it. It's hilarious. I want to see how this works out. I really am interested. I'm really glued in. So BET, the Encore comes on Wednesdays. I think it comes on after Tyler Perry Sisters. So Tyler Perry Sisters come on 8/7 Central. Their 30-minute show. I think the Encore comes on right after. They're an hour show. I'm sorry. So Encore comes on 9/8 Central on BET on Wednesday nights. Make sure you guys check it out if you're interested. Wendy, tonight, guys, we're gonna do something a little different, and we're gonna talk about a show that each of us watch that the other one doesn't necessarily watch. So,
I want me to go first.
I do want you to go first.
Okay, so this show right here, we watched the American version. Did not know the Australian version was so much more entertaining than the American version. And I am talking about Married at First Sight Australia. So I jumped in mid-season. So I think it's been the way they got this one set up, and which I like. Every week they have a dinner party where all of the couples come together, chat, and blah, 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 blah. And then they also come together to decide each week if they want to stay or if they want to leave.
Yeah.
If they both are going to say stay, of course they're going to stay. Right. If they both say they're going to leave, they're going to leave the marriage. They're not legally married yet. Just want to.
Oh, so they don't get the legally married thing. So basically, they're dating.
Right. Oh. Then, if like say for instance, one spouse want to stay, one spouse want to leave. Guess what? You got to stay for another week. Okay, so after watching the finale, which was the reunion show, basically, I have since learned there was another couple that has cheated on their spouses.
Oh wow.
I can't comment on what happened with that because I haven't seen it. But there's this couple, Jessica and Dan. Jessica is married to Mick. I'm believing that's his name, Mick. M-I-C-K. You know, Mick and Nick is a common name in Australia. Okay. And I forgot the woman name that Dan was married to. Because her and Dan came into it like the last, I want to say 6 weeks of the experiment. Mm-hmm. Well, Jessica had no attraction to Mick. You know, she was making Mick miserable. She was like, I'm here to find love. I'm going to see which guys.
Oh, God.
That I'm going to. Right. Which of these guys am I attracted to, basically? Which of these guys I'm attracted to? So before Dan came in the picture, it was another guy named Nick with the N. Okay, he was married to this girl named Cyril. Cyril is kind of like Samoan, not Samoan, yeah. You know, from Island Pacific. You know, like Hawaii. You know the island.
Okay,
yeah. And so she had a little temper and stuff like that. So they was on the brink of breaking up. But Jessica went up to Nick, said, "Hey, I think you're fine. I think you're hot. How about, I want to see where this can go." He was like, "You know what? I am married to Cyril. I'm with her, and I can't do this. This is not right." So hands off to Nick. Go ahead, boy. You did good. But he didn't tell Cyril because she was pissed at the reunion when she found that out. Oh, so about 30 minutes later, after talking to Nick, here comes Dan and his wife, so-called wife. And she was, okay, yes, he's fine. Yes. So they end up, talking and stuff like that. And he kind of felt an attraction to Jessica and everything. And so it happened. They, cheated. They cheated. They didn't sleep together, but they was kissing and stuff like that.
Making out, that sort of thing.
Right. So as the weeks was going on, Jessica's spouse, he's been wanting to leave, and she's been saying stay so she can stay
and be with the other guy. Wow.
Yeah. And so she was like, I just want us to leave. And her excuse for wanting to stay is that she said she didn't want them to be parted on bad terms. She wants them to be good friends. And he's like, you keep telling to stay is not making me want to be your friend. So it's going to end badly regardless.
Wow.
Okay. So it's the last couples before the couples decide if they're going to stay in the marriage, if they're going to leave. It's 12 couples. So it's 24 people. So by now we're down to only 6 couples. Okay. 6, 7 couples. Yeah. No, about 6 couples, yeah. Okay. And so Jessica and Mick are on the couch, and of course he says leave. And she finally says leave because her and Dan already talked about we're just gonna blow this up. We're gonna say we want to be together. No, this is not the final one. This is the one before the final one. And so she said, I came here to find love. I found love, but not with Mick. I found it with Dan. The shit hit the fans. Okay. Mick goes off. He goes off. So you kept me here hostage, basically, because you want to stay closer to this guy for real. He was mad. The girl was mad. She was like, I asked you the night before, what was your intentions with my husband? Because I've noticed that you've been around my husband a lot. Blah blah blah. Even though I don't care because I really don't like him, but you could have been a woman enough to tell
me. Yeah. Oh God.
And then her little best friend knew, and her best friend husband knew. So they was like, yeah, we knew. They looked at them like, you could have just gave us hands up.
It's not my business to tell you.
And so basically that's what they said. And so the experts, they was like, well, me and Dan want to continue this experiment together. Because Dan already was,
how they work? So you
girl, this is the first time this ever happened.
Oh wow! So they didn't have a contingency plan for this.
And this was done back in 2019. Okay.
No. I'm just saying. What I'm saying is they didn't have a contingency plan for this. That's what I'm saying. Oh wow.
Right. So the experts they collaborated and they said they was gonna do it. We're gonna let y'all do it.
Oh God.
Let y'all do it. So at the renewal commitment ceremony, it was 4 couples. It's 4 couples. 4 couples. One decided the girl Ming, and I forget her husband. Ming is a Asian woman, and she was not attracted to her husband at all.
Oh wow.
And she was very coldish towards him. But then when she started warming up to him, he started fading away from her because he was like, the way you treated me, I can't get that out of my mind.
You don't understand how you don't. There is a possibility that you're gonna go on this show and not like the way this person looks.
Right.
I don't understand how people.
And so Ming wanted to try the relationship because they've never been intimate. And she's just saying, I hope this is the night I get to test the water. But you treated him cold when he was trying to be intimate with you. You like, don't touch me and all that kind of stuff.
So and I think it's a better way to do that. So, like for instance, Ryan basically was saying he wanted to wait. You know what I'm saying? That you could have had a conversation.
Ryan didn't have no experience.
I don't think Ryan had no experience either. But I'm just saying, if you're not ready to take that next step with your partner at that point in juncture, it's a conversation that needs to be had. That's just my thought process. I could be very wrong.
Okay, so she wanted to stay into the relationship, and he said no. So she crying because she said, I can pour my heart out to you, and her Asian Australian accent. She said, I didn't pour my heart out to you, and you're just doing this to humiliate me, and blah, 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 blah. So, but there's only one couple really that truly got what this experiment was, and they were really happy together.
Right.
And so they're going to recommit. It was another couple that said they wanted to stay, but then after the cameras was off, it just didn't work out.
Oh wow.
And on the reunion special, they was like, it seems like it's still love there. So they may get back together.
We'll see. Wow.
But with Dan and Jessica, girl.
Did they make it?
Girl, hold on. Well, some of these folks live apart from one another.
Right.
It was 5 couples. It was 5 couples, not 4. Because 2 stayed married. And then 3 of them. Well, Jessica and Dan is funny in itself. And so they had a last dinner party before their reunion part. And it came up that Jessica tried to holler at Nick. And so what they did, this is my thing is, if you're going to do dirt, don't do it in front of the camera. Because guess what? It's going to come back to haunt you.
Back to bite you in the behind.
Okay, so at the reunion, when they talking about, updates and stuff like that, They was all looking at Dan and Jessica because they talking about it feels like we never left each other. I still have those same butterflies and blah 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 blah. He said, "Yeah, I still love her. Yeah, she's great. She's an awesome woman. My Australian accent is hilarious, but but that's how he talks. Yeah, she's a great woman. I see her with my, when she came to visit, I let her meet my son. She was really good with my son. And yeah, he's a good dad. He's a good dad. I just love him because, I just know he make a good dad. Okay, then the people in the audience, the other folks, the other couples, they just looking at them like, And then then one of the guys, hold on, but didn't you try to holler at Nick too? She was like, leave. So next thing you know, the expert said, well, let's see what we got here. And it showed it.
Lord.
You could have bought Dan for a penny.
I bet you could have.
It was so funny, girl. And she was like, in her excuse, I was just trying to be friendly with him. I wasn't trying to get with him like that. Come on, girl. We see it. You got caught. And it was just, you should have saw the look on her ex's face, Mick, and his ex's face. They were laughing, girl. They was laughing. Dan was like, okay. But from what I've read, Dan dumped her. Because this was done in 2019, so this is pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
So Dan done left her. I feel, she's talking about she's grown since then. She's not the woman that y'all see on TV. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, you've grown.
But it was hilarious. I was like, okay, wow. I can't wait for the next.
I should watch it. I just know that its season is extremely long.
Right.
Because they just ended, right? Not too long ago. We can start a new season of the American version, and they
right.
Many, yeah.
And then are you watching the couples cam?
I know Eric and Virginia supposedly are getting ready.
They on there, and Vincent and Brianna, they're the new ones. This is where we see Shanice and Jeffy blow up, and he tells her he wants a divorce.
That's who I was talking about. I knew it was somebody. That's who I was talking about.
Because apparently, they got a child, Laura. Jeffy wanted more kids.
Shanice.
And they're playing, their plan was to have more kids. But Jeffy, he was acting like a baby because the time frame the time frame is messed up because Shanice had surgery. She had breast augmentation. And so her body needs to heal. And she told him, look, my body needs to heal. But as soon as my body's fully healed, we're going to do this. Hold on. Okay, she said, my body's fully healed. Oh, okay. As soon as, as soon as it heals, we can go back to the plan. It's just going to be the fall instead of the spring, And so he was mad at that. And so they've been clashing.
Does he not know that you got to heal after a surgery?
And I just think both of them are immature. They are really immature. I was really rooting for them because I watched them on this season.
Mm-hmm.
And and they started arguing. And she was like, look, we were supposed to come up with a plan. That doesn't mean that we have to do the plan. If you don't like the plan, then we can go to another plan. We just talking here, and you're giving attitude.
The thing. Let me back up. If I have breast augmentation surgery, right, any type of surgery, do you not understand? And basically, she's not saying I don't want any more kids. She's just saying not right now.
Right.
It's not gonna be right now.
And she said, you want 4 more kids, but the way you talking to me, we ain't having none.
How do men make plans for our bodies like that? That's a lot. That's a whole lot. .com. Okay.
But yeah, that's my show pick. Anything Married at First Sight.
I see.
I love it.
Well, the new season of Married at First Sight is getting ready to start. I think I got
the end of June, the 17th or the 21st, one of those.
July.
Of July. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here's the schedule. Hang on. While we're on the subject. The schedule for Married at First Sight is Wednesday, July the 7th. They're going to do the matchmaking episode. On the 14th of July, they're going to do the Kicking Off Houston. And then the season premiere is July the 21st. All of these are 8-7 Central. And then the 28th is, then of course, the schedule that's going to keep pushing forward, rather, because they're going to do Married at First Sight, the Couples Cam, and then Married at First Sight Unfiltered, which they've been doing the unfiltered episodes. I've seen a couple of them, kind of their lives after the fact. So I've seen Paige, I've seen the couples kind of get together, that sort of thing from the previous season. So it's interesting. Chris has been going on a rampage on his Instagram from what I can tell and hear. He was the one that broke the news about Eric and Virginia splitting up. From my understanding, from my understanding, Eric and Virginia are supposed to be getting a divorce.
Okay. We
saw that coming. I thought maybe she was going to hang in there for a little while longer, but we definitely saw that one coming. So it's been a mess over there. Let me start my show pick of the week. I watch a lot of crazy shows. One that I have picked up on, it comes on after Run the World on Stars. It's called Blind Spotting. It was a movie that was created by Daveed Diggs, who I call Bo's brother, but he also played Lafayette and Thomas Jefferson in Hamilton. And the movie came out in like 2018. Well, the movie kind of talked about like the prison system and how it does and the different things that takes place and happens while you're going through this system and that sort of thing. And it follows now Jasmine Cephas Jones, who was also a Hamilton alum, Ashley, who is the girlfriend of Miles, Raphael Castle, who is the other creative partner with Blind Spotting. Miles, who ends up in jail on a drug charge, and he is sentenced to 5 years in prison. And Ashley has to move in with Miles's hippie mom and his ghetto sister.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is hilarious. And it's different because it's a lot of spoken word that goes on that takes place throughout the show. I've never seen the movie Blind Spot, and I definitely want to take a look at it and see it. But I have not seen it. But that's what the show was following, and just kind of following the fallout with the family and everything of this prison sentence that he has due to the drug charge. They raided their apartment that they had, so she had to move out of the apartment. She still has her job, but he lost his job at the moving company. We see some appearances from Anthony Ramos. Helen Hunt is in it. And then some other new faces that we haven't seen. So
Anthony Ramos is dreamy.
He is so cute.
With his eyes. And looking at Hamilton, you really couldn't tell what color his eyes was.
Well, okay.
But looking at In the Heights, I was like,
Mars. So I noticed the color of his eyes when he played Mars on She's Gotta Have It. I didn't realize that,
is that the current version, right?
The current version, yeah. Because Spike Lee played Mars in the original version.
Right.
So yeah, he played Mars in She's Gotta Have It. A lot of people don't know that. But yeah, so I dig it a lot. But he makes some appearances here and there. He actually, coming off of In the Heights fame, he's getting ready to come out with an album, as well as he's on another show called In Therapy, I think, which I want to see that because that stars the young lady who played in hold on. And that's on HBO if I'm not mistaken. That stars, what is her name? It's coming to me. Nope, on HBO, and this might not be.
Girl, hold on.
In Treatment. That's the name of it. It's called In Treatment.
What? Huh? Okay.
In Treatment.
Girl, did you know they're coming out with a Princess Diaries 3?
For what?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. In Treatment, which stars Anthony Ramos as well as Uza Aduba, who was Crazy Eyes in Orange is the New Black, Melissa George, Gabrielle Byrne, and then Quintessa Swindle, a couple other people as well, some big names in this. But she's a therapist, and she leads this cast, and I'm super excited about it. I have not checked it out yet. I heard it was pretty good, so I want to see that. But back to Blind Spot, it's really crazy. There is a situation where Ashley works at a hotel. This rich couple comes up to her and the husband comes up and propositions her to sleep with him and like leave some of her stuff in the hotel room so his wife can get mad. The wife approaches her and asks her, does she know where she can get some cocaine? Like, it's really, really crazy. And it does explore the prison system. It talks about racial issues, that sort of thing. But this all
What's the name of the movie? The show?
Blind Spotting. It's the same. The movie was named Blind Spotting 2. Daveed Diggs is not in this. Is not in this show. He was in the movie. He and Raphael Cassell, Jasmine Cephas Jones, but it focused on Daveed Diggs' character and Raphael Cassell's character. Now focus has been shifted to Ashley, who is Raphael Cassell's character's girlfriend, and their 6-year-old son. They have to move in with his crazy mama and crazy sister.
Okay, so isn't Holly Hunt on there? Isn't
Helen Hunt? Yeah, Helen Hunt is his mom.
Helen Hunt. Okay, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yep. Really good show. I dig it. I like it. So check it out. It comes on after Run the World on Stars. Run the World comes on 8/7 Central Stars. And then right after that, Blind Spotting comes on. So make sure you guys check it out. All right. Let's get into Manifest. We don't have a whole lot of time.
No, we don't.
All right.
Look, let's do a disclaimer here. Hold on.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah, I've been trying to tell you to watch this show.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
For 2 seasons.
You have the last 2 seasons you have. So let's go here. Wendy has been mentioning Manifest. It's been her show pick a couple of times. She's been mentioning the show. I just like the same excuse she give me. I watch a whole bunch of shows, so I don't be trying to add no new shows to my list. They're right there. I was gonna get to it. I said I was gonna get to it. I got stuff on my plate, Jesus. I got stuff on my plate.
Make it make sense, Lord.
Huh?
I said, make it make sense, Lord.
So first of all, let me say, NBC, y'all are wrong. Wrong, I tell you, wrong.
First, it was your Zoe Extraordinary Playlist.
Right.
Then it was your Good Girls. And now it's Manifest.
Now it's Manifest. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I literally don't like it. So let's talk about Manifest. This, if y'all have ever heard Wendy talk about it, it starts off with the family. They're getting ready to go home from a trip to Jamaica. They took as a family, and I'm realizing they probably took this trip as a last memory with the son, because the son didn't have very long to live.
Because he had cancer.
So this was kind of like a last little hurrah for them to hang out. Well, come to find out, they oversold the plane tickets on the flight back to New York. So they said, hey, will some people volunteer to get on a later flight? So the husband, so we split down the middle. So it's grandparents, brother, sister, the brother's wife and the twins, the boy and the girl twin. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, wife, grandparents, twin girl, they go on
the original plane.
The original plane. Husband, sister, twin and son goes on the flight, the later flight.
Was it 828?
828. Flight 828. Okay. They get on the plane.
You see a little bit of turbulence.
And
then that's it.
And they good. One of the passengers, she was doing some research. Mm-hmm. She broke a laptop, poor baby.
I was gonna say Sandy, but no. Is it Sandy?
It's Sandy. Yeah.
Okay.
She broke a laptop. You see everybody kind of, they trying to get calmed down, and then you hear the pilot says, "Hey, permission to, land the plane." The neighbor's like,
"Hold on, what you mean?
How about who this? Land what plane? Flight 828. Flight
who?" They land in New York, and it's a chaos.
All hell breaks loose.
And my thing is this: where have they been the whole 5 years? We want to know, but we don't know.
We ain't
going. What happened?
We ain't.
So apparently they died and came back.
Apparently they died and came back like a resurrection. So let's talk about this. They go through several twists and turns. They end up with what they call callings, where they kind of, they hear voices, they see visions that kind of push them in a direction to help people. And that's what they're doing. Kind of like, it reminded me of God Friended Me when he get the message on Facebook. Right, to go help somebody. It's a Facebook request. Okay. It's a Facebook request that he gets. I hate that they canceled that show too. CBS, I'm mad at y'all for that still. So you see them helping all these people, but all the things are leading them to not only help people, but to, I think, I'm not gonna say extend their lifetime, but maybe
they're trying to keep from their death day from happening.
Okay.
And Sandy, she's been doing a lot of experiments, and she had found the thing, so her death date stopped. She stopped getting the callings and everything.
She stopped getting the callings. I don't know if she stopped her death date. And then remember on that
last but she's been using that experiment on Michaela's husband and his death date.
That's not what caused him to do that. So let me tell you what caused him. When he went and pulled the baby out the lake, because remember, he was about to die. Mm-hmm. Like that, he was on his last little thing. Ice was falling off his body. That's how bad it was.
And his hands was freezing.
Right. So when he went in the lake, I feel like he died and came back to life, because when he went in the lake to pull the baby out, when those 3 guys kidnapped him,
mm-hmm.
He went in the lake to pull the baby out. Cal went in the lake to pull Cal out the lake. He died. He passed out, and that was it. And then he came back to life. It didn't have anything to do with Sunday, because he wasn't getting the callers anymore, but he got something else. He was an empath at that point, because he was able to deal with everybody else. But I don't think it had anything to do with Sunday's thing, because her stuff wasn't working for him.
Okay.
With Sunday, it immediately worked once she did it. With him, it did not work. And he told her to stop doing the treatments. She was not constantly doing those treatments on herself. She decided to use it because what she was doing wasn't working. So she decided to use herself as a test subject and then go from there. So that's what happened. He came back to life, so that extended, that stopped his death date. He was able to live again. So when they come back, a couple of things done happened and changed. Let's talk about that real quick. Ben Stone, his wife, what's his wife's name?
Hold on, but go ahead. His wife.
Ben Stone comes home and his wife is acting real funny. Why is his wife acting funny? Because she got her
a boo thing. A boo thing.
They did not age these 5.5 years they've been.
Grace. Her name was Grace.
Grace got her a boo thing. by the name of Jacob.
Danny.
Whatever his
no,
name.
Danny.
Danny. I'm sorry, Danny. What's his name? Now she started her own business. She was a chef by trade, so she had a catering business. It was doing really well. But when he came back to life, the life insurance company said, "Hey, that money, we want our money."
Right.
So he went and took a job, part of the callings to try to figure out some things. But he went and took a job. He ended up getting fired. Ended up getting in trouble. But I think that we never heard about the life insurance money again. Then Michaela,
I'm thinking Robert Vance. They paid that.
You think
that little? I believe they did.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So then Michaela was a cop with the NYPD, a detective, and her fiance, Jared, was married to her best friend.
Got married to her best friend. And they trying to have a baby.
It was so awkward. Their whole little setup was awkward as crap. Then she comes back. Him and Michaela, he makes sure he on her cases with her. He, they get close. They end up, doing. Michaela was like, no, you're married. We shouldn't have done that. The wife finds out. She leaves. Jared's mad. I don't know why he mad, because you ain't want the wife to begin with. You really wanted Michaela. Let's be clear and real.
Yep.
That's who you wanted. Also, when they come back, they find out that their mother passed. One of the grandparents passed. And she died.
That must have been hard.
Very hard. Michaela also, before they went on the trip, Michaela
she was deciding if she wanted to marry him or not. She was
deciding whether or not she was going to marry Jared, but she was going to tell him yes when they got on the plane. When they went through the turbulence, I think, and they were landed, she was going to tell him yes, but they didn't have any reception after they hit the turbulence. Not only that, but Michaela also lost another one of her best friends in a car accident when she was driving. She had been drinking, but her friend was drunker than she was. I don't think Michaela was really drunk. I just think maybe there was like a freak accident. A freak accident. And the parents blamed her, but when she came back, the mother didn't recognize her
because the mother had Alzheimer's.
So, the husband still didn't want to deal with it, because the husband remembered. He said, "I ain't forgot. What you doing here?" But then he needed help finding the mother because she was lost. And Michaela ended up helping, so she made sure she checked in on them and make sure she could help them out whenever she could. And he always called her when he needed her. He ended up giving her the house when he died. So she thought it was gonna be weird at first. They ended up taking care of the mom because she was still alive and kicking. So she loved Michaela. She kept saying Michaela and Jared need to be together. You are on mute.
They was gonna put the mom in a home.
Right.
In one of those. And then she was like,
Michaela was like,
no, we got this.
I can't do that. Yeah. So they hired somebody to come in and do this. A lot of different things happened. There was a hate group that was coming after the A28ers. And Jared, we thought Jared was being shady because he was mad at Michaela. And
because she done got with Zeke.
And it fought so hard for Zeke to get off from, and it was an accident. He did, Jared was, I really think Jared was doing that so he can get back in with Michaela. It didn't work. Michaela, of course, ended up marrying Jared. They found Jared in a cave.
It wasn't a cave. She was at a cabin, and he was in the woods.
In the cabin, but he wasn't in the cabin. He was in a cave in the woods. He was freezing. So that's where they found him.
But he has been missing for like a year over so many days.
Yeah.
And so his death date was a year and so many days.
Yep. They got married right before his death date. And he been going along with her for the ride ever since. I was really happy for their relationship, but it seemed like maybe there might have been trouble in paradise had the season continued on, because Jared really told him how he felt about her in them last couple of episodes. Woo!
Jesus. I thought wasn't Jared getting along with the general's daughter?
Yeah, but when he found out that Zombie actually killed the general's daughter, when he found that out, he was like, "Now I gotta break up with her." He was like, and then that's when he said he was supposed to be dead. He was supposed to be gone. That's the only reason why I went along with any of this. You marry him. I had to watch him marry the love of my life. Jared, stop. You married her best friend, man. Stop.
But he was fine though.
All you had to do was wait. Hold out hope.
Well, or not marry the best friend.
Or not marry the best friend. You know what I'm saying? Ah, that was awful. But in a race to kind of find out what was going on, they, like I said, they went through a lot of twists and turns to get there.
Okay. I think I missed something here.
What?
So maybe you can, or I may have to go back and watch it. So there was the guy that was he was the smart guy that remembers everything. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I'm finna get to his old.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I'm mad at him.
Get to it.
So they went on many twists and turns. A lot of passengers. They dealt with passengers throughout the seasons. It's 180 something of them total. And
in the last season, Ben thought that, okay, if we stick together,
right,
we can fight our death date.
We can. However, you had this guy. I cannot remember his name. Can you look his name up for me real quick?
It didn't show his name on here.
He's not a
not like
three. You Manifest season 3.
I did. Hold on. Let me.
And he don't come up as a character.
Hold on. Let me get it. Season. Go ahead. Talk.
Okay. So finds this guy who is a kind of like a shysty fella. He goes and he hustles people for money. That's what he does. And he has made up in his mind that Ben is like the devil. Well, of course, Adrian, who was the cult pastor or the cult leader from season 1, there was a cult leader that had people believing in the miracle. And Ben and others kind of felt like he was inciting these hate groups to come after the 828ers. Well, Adrian, this guy that he's recently linked up with, and another guy, they decided to get a group of the 828ers together to come against Ben Stone. Also, there was a young lady by the name of Angelina that they found.
Man, they don't show him. They don't show him.
That's all right. I'm going to figure it out. Angelina, they found her in a cave. I think her parents put her there in the cave in Costa Rica.
Yeah. They found her in a dungeon, in a room at the basement.
Yeah. And they got her, and they were like, we need to turn them in. She was like, no, I just want to leave. So she did. She left because her parents were like really, really sanctified and holy Bible thumping Christians. Really crazy. They thought that she was crazy and extremely weird and did nothing to really support their daughter. Well, when she came back, I thought she was all right. I really thought she was all right. But you know what I thought about too? She was grieving. She lost everything. She lost her parents.
She lost the guy that she liked and
died. She
lost
the guy that she liked and died. And she was going to leave. And I was like, okay, well, y'all let her. At first I was like, no. Then she started trying to make herself into Olive, which was the other twin who was basically an adult at this point.
Yeah, she was like graduating
from high school.
She was from high school.
Yeah. So, Olive, she started trying on her clothes. She dyed her hair, and she had a weird fixation on the Stone baby because they had just had a baby girl.
And I think that she felt like a closeness to the baby, and the baby was calm around her and stuff like that.
The baby was, I do believe the baby was her guardian angel, but I didn't think it was as deep as she made it to be. I do believe that she should have She should have been involved, and I think she
But
could have helped.
it's something special about that baby, because when Grace was pregnant with her, she was
She was
having the
doing
callers too.
cannabis. Yeah. So it's something special about the baby. And what is about to, well, what we think was about to happen, because she's now taking the baby from the house, and it looks like she didn't kill Grace. And Cal is actually 17, 18 years old now. So it looks like Cal has died and come back to life, because he disappeared when he touched the tail fin. Um, but he's died and resurrected. So my question is, does his death date get pushed back, or did he stop his death date because of what happened? Those are the things that I'm asking, and I need them to come on with some answers. So now Grace is presumed dead. I don't know if anybody's gonna get to her in time. Olive is locked in her room because the girl put the door up against the thing,
and then took the baby.
And took the baby. They had to stop the guy from the NSA. They had to stop his son from getting killed by the crazy guys. They arrested them. I don't know if they found the other people. One of the ladies turned on them because they caught her. Why are you home?
My manager.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, I'm recording. So almost. And so they had to move move they had to move they had to get those guys, so they got him, but there's still some radical people out there. The girl has the baby, and again Kyle is a whole grown person. So what do we do? And then of course Ben and Sanvi were on the boat, and Sanvi's Collins came back too. That was the other thing. That's what I wanted to point out. Her Collins came back. So with her Collins coming back, Sanvi, because she was in the colony, she got Collins as well. So they went on the boat. Sanvi actually put that tail fin in the ocean, and it stopped the storm, because they were getting ready to go into an electric storm, much like the storm that they flew into originally on flight 828. And she ran outside and put that tail fin in the water because they were getting ready to turn around.
But did you not? You forgot to mention about the volcano, and she had put that piece of that driftwood.
So the piece of driftwood that they feel like was from Noah's Ark. She took the driftwood and put it in the volcano, because they kept testing on the tail fin, and as they were testing on the tail fin, there were volcanoes going off all over the world. The other thing is that the countries had banded together to kind of come against the 828. They arrested them, they fingerprinted them, they put them on the registry. They couldn't get guns. They were on the no flight list. So that was a lot. And that was the flight attendant on the flight. She couldn't do her job, and nobody was going to hire her. It was a lot of different things that were going on and taking place throughout this whole situation. So it kind of reminded me of, as the guy said, they're locking people up in cages right now that aren't, that aren't immigrants, legally locking them up, that are from other countries. So you have those situations that were taking place and going on. I feel like they could have explored a little bit more with what was going on. And there are rumors that the show may come out with the movie. I'm hoping. So there are rumors of that. Netflix said they were not going to keep it, or they were not going to take it, but they're trying to do.
If not Netflix, how about Peacock? Come on.
Well, see, that's the thing. So, of course, you remember Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. Peacock was supposed to pick that up, and they decided against it. I'm not sure if Peacock would. They're trying to keep, because they were originally, from my understanding, they were supposed to get 6 seasons. That was the plan. It was the original 6 seasons that they were supposed to get. They didn't get those original 6 seasons because they didn't get those original 6 seasons, and so they're trying to get it to where they can push it to some platform that'll bankroll it, and they're just trying to see which platform they'll be able to do it on. So we're hoping, because it's this cliffhanger that I just can't get behind. I literally can't. It's a really, really good show, but Netflix said no, they're not gonna do that, and I don't understand, because the way Netflix, the way they're successful is if people are watching those movies or those shows that come out on Netflix, and they're in the top whatever, top 10 or what have you. So they're trying to find a home. But I don't know. So I'm hoping and praying they pick it up. Very good show. Very, very good show.
Very good show.
Very good show.
Very good show. I'm like, manifest.
All right. Slight church announcement. Make it make sense, HBO.
Make it make sense.
After keeping us in the dark for so long about a potential season 2, it was on the table. They were in talks for it. And
maybe it's because they couldn't get all the actors back. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't think so. I don't believe so. Again, everybody else people have jobs, and I get that, but I feel like they could have made it work. It's a 10-episode season, and people work on multiple shows all the time. Look at Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle is in the Marvel universe.
Mm-hmm.
He just came out with the movie's getting ready to come out that he did that's gonna air on HBO Max, and then he's on Showtime with Black Monday. He does multiple things at the same time. So I definitely don't believe that I definitely don't believe that that's the case.
I'm looking at this map, and this is very interesting. The map that you got here.
Yes.
So that was going to be the layout of the next
season. This is going to be, yes. So the Next Generation season 2 of Lovecraft Country was going to be titled Lovecraft Country. Hold on, because I thought it was on here and it's not. Hang on, I'm gonna look it up. But if
did I post it in our page?
I don't know if you did or not. I might have. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna pull it up real quick. So, season 2 begins in a new world, and that new world is a country that sits precisely where the United States used to sit. Welcome to the sovereign states of America. So, if you see, the green is the tribal nations of the West. The black is the New Negro Republic. The white is the White Lands, and then that yellow is Jefferson Commonwealth. So Misha Green actually shared this. A lot of people, I don't know if they're shopping it around still or not. I feel like it can be done. Lovecraft Country Supremacy was going to be the title of it. So again, anthology series, and a lot of people say, well, it was only one book. Thing that comes to mind for me is American Horror Story, although I don't think they're crafted out of a book, but there have been other series that they've been books. What's the show? Game of Thrones. They didn't even have an ending to that darn book, and they created something. So I don't feel like they couldn't come up with anything. They were hard at work trying to make something work. I don't know if they could pitch it to Netflix or Amazon Studios. It would be nice if they could. They have some pretty big backers behind it as well. So we'll see if they are able to, but right now HBO is not moving forward with the season 2. So that's our show, guys.
Yes.
Yes. Make sure you guys tune in to It's On. We are here Monday evenings. I think I might have to move it up to 7, Jesus. We'll have to see. But we're here Monday evenings on the Size Up's page. Make sure you go to the Size Up Official Podcast on YouTube to check us out. We'll also be going live on Facebook temporarily until we get viewers over to the YouTube channel. And make sure on the YouTube channel, you hit the like button, you subscribe, as well as you hit the bell to get the notifications when we get ready to go live. If you got any shows that you guys want us to review on here, we're open. Make sure you guys hit us up at the sizeup2102@gmail.com or it's on TV@gmail.com, and we will take those into consideration and see what we can do. We will be back here next week, so make sure y'all tune in. Wendy, you got anything else?
Nope. Just happy belated 4th of July.
Oh yeah, that. And we'll be back on the Size Up on next Sunday. We'll be back here 3:45 p.m. sharp. See y'all.
Talking about hot topics. What we talking about?
Hot topics. We got a main topic this week, based off of one of the hot topics. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. And we out of here.
All right. Bye.
Bye.